Hello, boys and girls. This is Mr. So again. Welcome back for another lesson of biology. Right now, we're going through lesson 14 on the dihybrid inheritance part 2. Before you start watching the video, remember to like and subscribe my channel and also share the video to your classmate and remind them to do their revision together. Let's start. Please download the classwork 26.4 from the Google Drive. Let's take a look at question 1. The two traits of corns, they are controlled by genes located on different homologous chromosomes. And the following diagram shows the result of a cross between two purebred corns plant, one with purple and smooth corns, the other one with yellow and wrinkled corns. Let's take a look at the picture. I would like you to take a look at the picture on the left first. This one is a purebred purple and smooth corns, while on the right is a purebred yellow and wrinkled corns. I want you to highlight the purebred and then write down purebred. That means homozygote. And what you have learned on the previous lesson, that is, for the homozygote crossing with another homozygote, what would be the offspring coming out? The offspring F1, it must be a heterozygote. And in heterozygous condition, the character which is showing itself must have a stronger power to express. So therefore, the character showing must be the dominant character. Therefore, purple and smooth will be the dominant character and the dominant phenotype. After you understand this, let's write down the answers together. For the first point, what should you write? You have to tell me S. Both parents are purebred. Or you can tell me they are homozygotes. Therefore, all the F1 produced must be heterozygote. So you get the first mark. And then for the second mark, you tell me in heterozygous condition, only the dominant allele will be expressed. While the recessive allele is masked. You get the second mark. So therefore, the character showing must be the dominant character. Therefore, at the very end, purple color and smooth surface are the dominant character, or this time write phenotype. You get the last mark. For question 2, the F1 generation was crossed with a purebred compliant with yellow and wrinkled corns as shown below. So for the F1 generation formed, it is a heterozygote. While for the purebred compliant with yellow and wrinkled character, it is a homozygote recessive. In order to do the question, we have to make everything easier and clearer to understand. So let me let the allele first. We know that for the purple allele is a capital letter F dominant allele, while for the yellow allele is a recessive small letter f allele. And for the surface allele, the smooth surface is a allele for the dominant, so we put a big letter B, while for the wing-coated surface, we used a wing-coated allele as small b. And then we can write out the genotype of the homozygous recessive first. For the homozygous recessive, it is having the recessive yellow allele for 2, while also having 2 wing-coded alleles. So you have a small letter f, and small letter b all together. This is the genotype. And what types of gamete is it going to form? It is going to form only one type of gamete, as small f, small b. And then let's write it down. One type of gamete. And then let's take a look at the heterozygotes. For the heterozygotes, it is going to have a genotype as big F, small f, big B, small b as a heterozygotes for both character. And then for the gamete formed from these heterozygotes, there are actually 4 types of gametes. Let me draw it out one by one for you. The first type of gamete will be big F, big B. And the second type of gamete formed will be big F, small b. And then the third type of gamete formed will be small f, big B. And the last type of gamete formed will be small f, small b. Altogether, 4 types of gametes. And then, after knowing that for the heterozygotes, it gives 4 types of gamete. Can you explain why for the F2 generation, there will be 4 types of character coming out? The answer is very straightforward. This is because you have 4 types of gamete from heterozygotes, while 1 type of gamete from the homozygous recessive. After the fertilization, you will have, after joining, 4 types of offspring. This forms the F2 with 4 phenotypes. Let's write out the answer one by one. Tell me about the purebred corn plants with yellow and wrinkle corn first. For purebred yellow and wrinkled corn plant. Tell me, only one type of gamete is formed. Only one type of gamete is produced. Only one type. But you get 1 mark over here. But for the F1, heterozygotes, their alleles will be separated or assorted independently. The alleles for color and surface will be assorted independently due to what we have learned, independent assortment. This is another mark. So therefore, how many gametes or how many types of gametes will be produced for F1? So you can tell me for F1, 4 types of gametes will be produced. So you get another mark over here. And then 1 type of gamete from pure breed, 4 types of gamete from F1 after fertilization. After the random fertilization, or you just tell me after fertilization is enough. After fertilization, zygote with 4 different combinations of genotype will be produced. Zygote with 4 different genotype will be produced. And then therefore, how many phenotypes do you get? How many characters do you get? The very last part, this leads to the expression of all possible genotypes in F2 generation. All 4 types. You get the very last mark. This is the phenotype, that means the character, in the F2 generation. After the fertilization of F1, the heterozygotes, together with the homozygous recessive, the yellow and wrinkled seed parent plant. Last question for 26.4 classwork. When Mendel proposed how the characteristics of the trait are inherited, chromosome had not been discovered yet. In your opinion, how did Mendel come up with his hypothesis? Why is he so brilliant to think about all these on his own and get the conclusion? This is a little bit tricky and related to the nature of science. Let me give you the answer directly. This is because Mendel, he collected a large amount of experimental evidence. A large amount of experimental evidence. This is the first mark. And then the second mark. And based it on his very, very good observation on the number of offspring with different phenotype character, that means. Okay, you get an odd mark. Finally, he worked out a possible explanation for the observation by a logical deduction. 好有邏輯嘅推理啦。And this is how he discovered so many things at the very ancient time using his own big idea. And that's it for the lesson of dihybrid inheritance and the classwork 26.4. Let me know if you have any questions during the live lesson. I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.